Welcome, everybody, to the Dipping Fries podcast. I am your host, Fry Guy, where we dip into, and this is my co-host, Dippy147. Dippy147, introduce yourself, yeah.
I haven't figured it out yet, man.
Look, we're gonna have a, what is it called? Not a phrase, a catchphrase.
And I make that decision. If I go back and I make that decision, it's gonna branch off, and it's gonna branch off again because there are gonna be two versions of me. One of them that did make the decision, and the other one that didn't make a decision.
Okay, hold on. First of all, where is Dippy147? I didn't ask for Mickey Mouse.
1989.
This is Dippy147 in 1989. I think I want the original one back.
What would Dippy147 sound like in 1899? 1930s Dippy147.
Everybody's like voice decibels just got significantly high pitched.
Yeah, they all have transatlantic accents. Imagine Dippy147 with a transatlantic accent. No, I'm not gay.
They probably were a lot more harsher about that stuff back then. Gay?
Yeah.
Are you a demon? Burn the witch.
Burn him.
What? You said you turned water into ice? Burn her at the stake.
What did you say about those black men?
What? You like black men? She's a witch.
She's a witch. Burn her. No.
I love how you could have just like.
Anyways.
She could like. A woman could eat your Cheetos back then, and you'd just be like, yeah. So she turned my dog into a hermit crab, and then she just get burned. There was no.
She turned my dog into a hermit crab.
Yeah, all you have to do is just bring a shell, and then they're just like, oh, well, she did it. Burn her.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Or and then you know if she ever talked back to you, you could just like grab her by the throat and fucking fling her against the wall like it was.
No, for real. Like, imagine the average conversation back in 1950 was simply just, the chicken is cold.
Honey, the chicken is cold. Oh, is it? That's so fucked.
You spend all day cooking and cleaning, making sure everything is right, then you get bitch slapped by your husband because the chicken was 1 degree colder than it usually is.
And then he takes you and tells everybody that you're a witch, and then you get burned.
Yeah, literally. She cuts her hair, and then he doesn't like it, and he's like, "Oh, well, she's a witch."
Or better yet, more accurately, you get lobotomized.
True.
So you don't be disrespecting him no more.
You know, if we still had rules, if things were still the way they were back then, like, we would. What if we just had like straight up a mass-produced malfunctioning Fredbears that would just give lobotomies to anybody we deemed needed one. Like, what if that's what lobotomy machines evolved into? It was just a bunch of malfunctioned Freddies. Or Fredbears.
Malfunctioned Freddies? Why specifically malfunctioned Fredbears?
Well, that was the one who did it.
Did Fredbear do a lobotomy?
Yeah.
I don't remember FNAF lore, I'm sorry.
Yeah, in FNAF 4, there's the scene. You know the whole Markiplier? Is that the bite of 87?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That wasn't so much as the lobotomy as it was just a free of charge head cracking.
I mean, his frontal lobe was removed, which I think is.
Yeah, I
guess a lobotomy
is.
I don't know, kind of that, right? Drill.
No, lobotomy is they take a needle, or not a needle as much as it is like a pick, and they put it in between your eye and your eyelid eye socket thing, and they shove it down in there until it hits this certain organ of your brain, and then they take a hammer and they go and now you're stupid. So that's what a lobotomy is.
Stupid? I thought you were just emotionless.
I mean, yeah,
Wow.
you're technically emotionless, but you're also gonna lose a lot of the cognitive process because they're literally just going straight through your fucking head.
Oh,
So
I thought it was like
there's
the Sigma male surgery. Like I thought
no,
you would have
it's not.
just
It's not.
dang. So I won't be on my grind set if I got a lobotomy.
No, you would just be a robot, and you
You
would be
can't
bad
learn
at some
shit on
things now.
TikTok, bro. It would just be a that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Darn.
no, you'd just be a robot, and you would be bad at some things. It's just, yeah, it really is not all that people chalk it up to now to be. As if people are chalking it up now. It's not like people are saying you should get a lobotomy. It's great for your health.
I mean,
Um,
if you want
I mean, they
like
probably were saying that in the 1930s, but
I mean, in the 1920s, they were saying smoking was actually healthy. So
yeah, that is
we
true.
were
That
we
is
were
true.
we were quite the stupid bunch back then. So
Yep, yep. We did not know the shit we do now.
get a lobotomy, you'll earn $365,000 in revenue. Want a Sigma grind set? Get a lobotomy.
Get a lobotomy. I want why
Dang,
everybody's always talking about lobotomies because there'll always be a lobotom.
sure. Lobotomy? Nah, I'm at the top of my game.
Lobotop, lobotop, lobotop,
Lobotop,
robocop. This
lobotomai.
is terrible. This is terrible. This is a terrible section of the
It's
podcast.
dang. So the crying child didn't become a Sigma male?
No, he didn't. He fucking died.
Hell, dude. Oh, crazy. What a loser, bro. I had a
Anyways,
poster of him on my
so
wall.
before we started recording, I moved my computer into my room recently, and with that I put up a whiteboard, and there's like stuff on the whiteboard that's trying to explain time travel. Uh, Frag, I thought that was funny, and I thought we should talk about that. So we should talk about that.
We should talk about time travel because it makes utterly no sense in a lot of cases. I don't have any specific examples of like movies or TV shows that do it in different ways, but like the main gist that I got is that like there's something about like going to the past messes up your future, which is why you shouldn't meet with anybody. But for some
Yeah,
reason,
exactly,
movies still have
exactly.
people meet with each other and like nothing happens, and it's like super weird, and it's
Well,
just like
it's cause of like grandfather paradox shit. Like you know what that is, right?
no, I've never heard of that.
Oh shit. Okay. The grandfather paradox is it's a paradox. It's a paradox. So
Mm.
it contradicts each other. The whole point is saying that it's impossible. If you go back in time to kill your grandfather, how would you have ever been born? And thus, you could never actually go and kill your grandfather because you weren't born to do that. But then, you know, it just contradicts itself. Like it's a thing that it goes in hand with the concept of time travel, but it's a paradox.
Yeah,
You
like
can't
if
go and do
like,
something that prevents you from doing that thing.
yeah, like if you take a Ford Raptor and run over Abraham Lincoln, like that, like what? How does that like that doesn't? How does that work? Like he's
Here's
gonna go.
here's
Good
the
golly.
here's the idea is that if you do something like that, the grandfather paradox is a specific situation, but if you do something that isn't a grandfather paradox, that isn't related to you, so if you take a Ford Raptor and you kill Abraham Lincoln, what's going to happen is because you killed Abraham Lincoln, he was going to be assassinated a different way, and so when you come back to the normal time, it's going to be changed. It's going to be
Hmm.
there's going to be this piece of history that's missing or changed or whatever. That's it's confusing, but it's very easy. It's well, I don't know if I say easy. It's easier to think about if you have like a visual graph, which is
Hmm.
why I was drawing it on the whiteboard. But
Yeah.
the kind of shit I'm on is really confusing though, because I'm trying to write a story about it, and the whole thing is that this one, every single time you make a decision that you aren't making in normal time, so every time you time travel back to make a decision that you didn't make originally, it branches out into another timeline. And it kind of, a la Loki. Loki had a really good concept of this stuff.
Yeah. So did
And in
Sorry, I'll let you finish.
in order to fix the timeline, you have to basically find out how to annihilate that timeline. By in Loki, they have this thing where they can just prune it and set it back to how it was.
Yeah.
Mine is a little bit more complicated because it's connected to a person who has time travel powers, and if they die, they never could time travel back in the first place, and so it gets cut. The timeline
Hmm.
gets pruned. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, I know that movie, Justice League Crisis on Two Earths did it very well too.
they did do it pretty good.
In fact, that was the reason why, like, we all thought Owlman was just a bumbling idiot because his whole philosophy was nothing matters in the world, but the only decision that does matter was destroying Prime Earth, which is the original place that branched that created all these timelines. Um,
Hmm.
but for those who haven't seen the movie that I am about to
That movie
spoil,
kind of ties the concept of multiverse and time travel into they're kind of tied together in that movie, where
yeah,
every decision you make branches off into a million different other decisions because
exactly. Because you
you
made that
know
decision itself. So, like, because of
yeah
that decision, like,
because
whether you decided to eat a bowl of Cheerios, there's a timeline
it's
where you didn't eat the bowl of Cheerios.
yeah, there's a timeline where you ate the bowl of Cheerios. There's a timeline where you ate the bowl of Cheerios, but they were all red. There was a timeline where you ate the bowl of Cheerios without milk. There's a timeline where you just had a bowl of milk, you fucking psycho. There's just it creates just an infinite number of
Yeah.
timelines, and the only way to stop that from happening is to just cut the original, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's a very interesting concept. I really liked how they handled it in that movie. It was really cool.
Yeah, in which they ended up showing that even that is impossible because by doing so you create a timeline where that didn't happen. Or
Yep.
you might create a timeline where it was partially destroyed or damaged or something like that. So like you can never they pretty much show that you could never like truly change the trajectory of like everything. You couldn't destroy life itself, or like I guess the ability to form timelines itself, because there's always just going to be a
Hmm.
timeline where that thing did and did not happen, or happened in a different way, or maybe even you could go as far to argue that there was a different reasoning as to why it didn't happen. Right? Like there's a timeline
Hmm.
where Owlman is like might destroy it for a very evil reason, or might destroy it for a very good reason or something like that. But like,
Hmm.
yeah, I think that was a pretty good way of showing it.
That movie also kind of reminds me of a quantum immortality, which is basically just like because of the fact that there are a bunch of different timelines, uh, whenever you die, there is a version of you that doesn't die. It splits off into timelines, right? It splits off into two
Hmm.
different universes.
Yeah.
And quantum immortality is really scary because it plays with the idea of maybe your consciousness isn't like tied to you, and so whenever your current version dies, the consciousness just transfers into the timeline where you lived. So no matter how many times you try, you can never die. And obviously, this is a terrible thing to believe in because it's just like, yeah, no, if you shoot yourself, you actually won't die because of quantum immortality. But
Yeah, that's. I'm so
it's
glad
an
nobody
it's
thought of
an
that in 1800, 1850.
it's it's an interesting concept. Um,
Yeah,
it
but
also, I think there was a short about it, but the problem is that you will die in the timeline that you died in, and the other people didn't.
yeah,
So you're still going to cause just as much, if not more, grief. Um,
yeah, pretty much. I actually, weirdly enough, I just saw a movie yesterday. Um, it doesn't really play with the whole timeline thing, but it kind of like talks about it a tiny, not necessarily time travel in of itself, but it's called Final Destination,
oh,
and the movie is about this girl named Stephanie. She's having this dream where like it's like the 50s or 60s, and this girl and a guy are going to this brand new opened I don't even know what it's place. I don't even know what it's called, but it's called the Skyview. It might be like a dance room or like a restaurant, kind of like something like that, like a really fancy restaurant where people like dance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very high, like a high caliber place,
Yeah.
and what happens is that it was built 5 months ahead of schedule, um, but that the woman in that dream named Iris questions that, um, and it goes to show later on, and she has this weird feeling, um, because the building itself is like super high. So like when they get to the top, they're like super high up. I think they're like 400 feet up, I think, or something like that. But she has this weird feeling that it's like all going to crumble down,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're dancing. It's all like this whole building is made with like glass and stuff like that. So like they're dancing and doing all these things, and I'll try not. I'll try to be quick here, but like
Yeah, because
basically her idea, her basically her um, paranoia came to be true. The building ended up crumbling, and
mm-hmm.
like so many people died and stuff. And even then, it ends. The dream ends with her jumping off, trying to save a kid and jumping off, but they end up both dying anyways. And right when that happens, Stephanie wakes up, and then she keeps having this dream, and she keeps trying to tell her family. She thinks it's that woman in that dream was her grandma or aunt or something.
Mm-hmm.
They basically, she goes and finds her. She's in this like super fortified room, and she pretty much said, "Yeah, that was going to happen because I got a glimpse of that reality. So I ended up stopping it by evacuating everybody, and she ended up stopping that situation from happening. But because she did that, now death, which is like this unseeable entity, is now doing things, that's just really insane things to try to kill her because she was supposed to die, but she got a glimpse of that future and prevented it. So now death has been coming for her, but she's been able to
Mm.
like learn and like try to avoid it for decades. And
Interesting.
now, yeah, so she ended up creating a book to help Gwen um, fight off death. And then right when she gave her the book, she ended up dying. And it was this crazy stupid way of happening too, like, and that's the funny thing with this, where it's like so many things, the way death tries to do things, they'll just be like crazy situations. Like this one scene where somebody died, the freaking vendor machine spring popped out and stabbed the dude in into the head and
Mm-hmm.
ended up killing him.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I think Final Destination is a very popular movie. It's been on my list for a little bit now, but I can't watch it because HBO's fucking broken. But
yeah, I think there's like five of them. I think I watched the
oh,
first one.
there's a lot of them. I can't
Yeah,
imagine watching any more than the first one though. Um,
yeah, no, yeah. The first one in of itself is wild. But
because it's just
yeah,
it's like the opposite of a Deus Ex Machina.
yeah, yeah. Um, but I won't spoil any more of it because it genuinely is crazy. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think it does play into that little, this thing was not supposed to happen. So now,
yeah, and
because
so now things are
Gwen and
different.
yeah, because now that she lived, she had kids, and her kids had kids, and that's where Gwen came in the picture. Because like, so Gwen and that entire bloodline was not even supposed to exist because that situation that she was dreaming of was supposed to happen, but
Hmm.
the girl in the dream ended up preventing that. So I don't know. That was a very interesting thing, but that movie is beyond wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, but like in the beginning, a freaking kid gets smashed by a piano. Like it's wild.
like some cartoon shit.
No,
Um,
literally, like his like body exploded. Like it was wild. I was like, what the heck? That movie is wild, bro. That movie is wild. And like I said, that vending machine thing where the spring on the vending machine shot through the glass and stabbed somebody in the head, like it was so crazy.
it's goofy, but like you get it.
Yeah, it's like a goofy but like still like very interesting movie. I wouldn't call it fun bad. I would call it like fun. I don't know, fun good. I guess. Like it was so obnoxious. I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, bro, whatever. At some point, at some things, but like, I think it was still a very interesting concept.
bad good.
Yeah, bad, good. Yeah, kind of bad, good and stuff. But the way the story was presented was like actually, I would say, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like there was some thought put into it, and it's not just hey, let's be stupid for the sake of being stupid. Really, I would say the only things that were stupid were like the death scenes. But like
Yeah.
honestly, I don't see that much as I don't really see it as a
Uh,
problem.
I've only ever seen one clip from Final Destination, and it's the clip where he's driving and all the fucking logs fall off of the
Oh my
truck,
gosh,
and
that's
start
just
bouncing across the road.
no. It's like yeah, it's like literally just like for some reason these people's lives. Well, it's because of death, but these people's lives are simply just a series of unfortunate events. It's like you would never imagine the amount of things that happened in the time span that they did. It's
There's a
like they're constantly
series
having.
there's a book series that's titled that. Anyways,
I think that's what the movies were ripped from. Not ripped, but I think
is
that's what
it
they were.
actually?
Yeah, I think they're like movie
I don't know.
adaptations of those books.
I've never seen the series of unfortunate events, but it's about. I remember seen read. I've never read that. I read a very small portion of I think the second book. It's about these two kids, and they're going around and shit just sucks. They're all. I never finished it because I was bored by it. I might pick it up now, but it's just fucking miserable. The kids are just fucking miserable the whole time.
Just go die, bro. Like, honestly, like I'm not trying to prey on anybody's downfall, but it's like, do you really want to live that type of life? Like,
No, Harry Potter 3 had a pretty good grasp on time travel. You don't have to watch any of the Harry Potter movies, or the books, but
one day, one day I will, I don't know when, but one day when I just have like the utmost of free time and I'm not thinking about doing absolutely anything, I will just sit there and watch all the Harry Potter movies. I have
I
not watched.
if you want me to give you the guide, I can because some of them are better than others.
Mm,
So
okay, yeah.
watch the first one,
Uh huh.
watch the third one, and
Uh
if you
huh.
like those movies, then you can watch the rest of them. If you
How
don't
many
like the
are
first
there?
one and the third one, there's 8 of them.
Oh my, what?
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be on that
there.
couch all day.
Well, here's the thing: is
Oh,
that there are 7 books, and
those books are fat as shit, dude. I've seen them.
each one of these books is fat as shit, and the seventh book was so damn fat that they had to split it into 2 movies, which is why there are 8 movies.
Bro, the Amazon rainforest worth of pages, bro.
That's why there's Deathly Hollows Part 1 and Deathly Hollows Part 2 as opposed to just Deathly Hollows. I'm not gonna lie, one is a I think that some of those movies really are better than others, but I never got past the fourth book because they're just so goddamn long.
Yeah, that is so crazy. I'm surprised you read one because, bro,
Yeah,
I'd probably be done with after one. I'd be like,
I
okay,
I I
time
read
for a
up
5 year
to
hiatus.
I read up to book 4 and I stopped because I just was tired of it and I just wanted to watch the goddamn movies because that's really what I was interested in was the movies. But yeah, no, some of those movies really are better than others. I feel like 5 wasn't really super duper. It was either 5 or 6. One of them has a lot of content in it, movie wise. That I don't know
Hmm.
how integral any of it is to the books, but I feel like 5 and 6 could have been merged or something.
Hmm.
So some of those movies are better than others, but Deathly Hallows Part One is a fucking miserable movie, and I love it. I loved that movie, and a lot of people really hated it because it was miserable, but I liked it. So if I had to pick out movies from that series that I thought were good, it'd be 1, 3, and 7 Part One.
So it's like a good miserable because I know there are some miserable shows like Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
It is a
That was a
good
miserable
miserable.
show, but it was
It is a
awesome.
it is a miserable. It is a good miserable. There's some shit in that movie that really sucks. A lot of the camera work is kind of ass, but
Mm.
um as far as the characters and shit goes, I thought it was really good, especially considering that you had seen these people for like 6 movies beforehand, and so,
Hmm.
watching all of the joyful little jovial shit that they went through, and in the first movie slowly fade away, and then by the seventh one, they're just absolutely fucking dragging their heads against the concrete. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was good. Um,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because
I'm
I
not
know I've seen some movies, but I've seen like I'm watching like the third or second movie first, and I'm seeing like this like supposed important person die, and I'm just like, why is everyone
Why is
so
everyone mad?
shocked?
Why is
Yeah.
everyone
Like
mad?
what
I
is
don't have the
what is going
context.
on? What is their importance? And then you go back,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's
I bet
interesting.
a
That
lot.
was and
I bet people feel that way about Marvel a lot.
Marvel kind of just sucks balls though. Like
Yeah,
they're just
every
kind of cheeks. Like that freaking what is her Brie Larson movie? Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Oh, that
Honestly,
movie was
honestly,
cheeks.
having seen every Marvel movie, Captain Marvel is like mid compared to some of their worst movies.
It's just
It's
they try to make her out to be like some badass, but it's like so bad. It's so
yeah,
bad. I don't know. I don't know. I cringed watching that movie so many times.
yeah.
Then that
I
final
can
battle they
completely
had
see that.
against yeah, and then that final battle they had against her mentor was just like they made that like a squash match or a squash fight, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks for all
The
that.
Marvel. That's the thing with Marvel is that I think that they just straight up take way too fucking long, or to don't take way long enough. I think that's my thing. Is I don't think they take long enough to make their movies. They're pumping those bitches out literally every year, and I don't think they have time to
Oh
make them good. And so as a result, a lot of them are just mid. A lot of them just suck. But every once in a
yeah,
while, you'll run into like a really, really good movie, right?
yeah,
It,
yeah.
it's like a glimmer of gold inside of a pile of shit. It's gold, but it's
No,
still in a
literally,
pile of shit.
literally.
um,
I
I
mean,
think that
it'll get cleaned off over time.
yeah, I think that my favorite Marvel movies are all three of the Guardians movies. All three of those movies are
Oh yeah,
peak.
Guardians. That is a peak series. I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then Captain America 2 is a really weirdly good movie.
That's
And I
Winter Soldier,
think
right?
yeah, and I think it's just
Yeah.
because that movie is basically the closest we're ever going to get to um a Metal Gear Solid adaptation.
Yeah.
And then Infinity War is pretty good.
Infinity War is good.
And then Endgame
I
is okay. And I don't
I
think
heard
that they're
Endgame was okay. I've seen some critiques of it. The movie is 3 hours long, so I couldn't pick through it. Like I know a lot of
yeah. Yeah,
people did.
Infinity War is really good, and Endgame is supposed. I think that the reason people didn't like Endgame was just because Infinity War is so good. It did so much with what it had. I don't think anybody was going to be able to top that.
Yeah,
Even
it's like when
with
GTA 6 will come out. It's like
yeah, exactly.
they'll
Like,
have to like it has to be out the gate memorable for people to
hmm
like actually see it as good, because if it's anything less than that, people are gonna drag it. And
yeah,
unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and predict. I feel like that game is gonna get dragged, especially if they actually like charge $100 for it. So
yeah.
yeah, we'll
But
see.
I think Endgame is legitimately like a good movie, but it just it pales in comparison to the context that it was
Yeah,
given.
yeah,
And then of course there is always just like random dumb shit that happens in it, as par the course with Marvel movies.
yeah, yeah. I heard some people getting mad saying that they hated the first Avengers. Now,
For
I'm not a movie buff, but
The
I
first
found the first
Avengers is
Avengers to
pretty
be pretty
good.
cool.
The
Yeah,
first
I found it
Avengers is
pretty
pretty
cool.
damn good. It's not like I don't think it's the best movie they have, but it's up there. I'd like rank it right under S. That's like a
Yeah,
solid A tier movie.
yeah. I liked the first Iron Man too.
The first Iron Man
Uh,
is also a pretty damn good movie.
yeah, we all love Tony Stark up in the donut.
I
That one
don't.
guy became an idiot though.
Yeah, I don't like
The
how they made
original
him
Avengers.
a generic evil robot.
Yeah. Iron Man. Iron Man 2 was the one with Whiplash, right?
Iron
I
Man
think so.
2 Iron Man 2 is the one with Whiplash. I don't like Iron
Yeah.
Man 2. I think Iron Man 2 sucks.
Yeah,
And
it's forgettable to me.
Iron Man 3 is surprisingly good, but
Yeah.
it the thing about both Iron Man 3 and Iron Man 2 is because I think Disney was getting right onto Marvel when Iron Man 2 came out. And
Uh,
so both of those movies just seriously lost a lot of a lot of the dark shit that was supposed to be in them. And you
yeah.
can tell those movies feel pretty watered down. But
Yeah,
there's
the
good
first one
shit
was
in Iron
about
Man
bro
3.
getting kidnapped during a mission,
Yeah,
and
but
he had to
the first
build a robot. And didn't
he had
eat
to
in like
build a
what 3 days?
robot, and he's a complete womanizer, and um, it's pretty violent, and there's a lot of like sub political shit in it.
Yeah,
Political in the sense of like it's talking about geopolitical shit.
yeah,
So that's not something Disney wants to play with, and so
yeah.
they just cut all of that when by the time Iron Man 2 came out. Um, so yeah,
And then Iron Man 3 was like, no, I'm out of the company. You kill everybody.
I actually really like Iron Man 3. I don't think it's
I
I don't
love.
I think I feel the same way about that movie as I feel about Avengers 1. It's an A tier movie with some problems. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love the scene where Mandarin is like, or Iron Man's like, Jarvis, like self destruct or something, and then he's like, no, and then it instantly the faceplate instantly closes, and then sends him off to die. I love that scene.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, yeah. I would say
And
Iron
then
Man is very interesting.
and then Marvel has just like a bunch of absolute shitters like all
Yeah,
three of the Ant-Man movies.
yeah, like, yeah. What else? What is that? What was that show that came out recently? It's like Secret Invasion or something.
Secret Invasion was really bad.
That was terrible.
WandaVision was almost good, and they fucked it up. So there was that.
Yeah, I forgot about WandaVision.
Captain
Yeah,
America 4.
I forgot there's a fourth one, bro. What the heck?
They should honestly deadass should have just called it Captain Falcon. They really should have
Yeah.
called it Captain Falcon.
Oh, that's the one with the Falcon instead of.
Yeah, that's the one where
Oh.
because
Oh yeah, they tried to.
After
Yeah,
Endgame,
yeah.
Steve Rogers is no longer in the story, and so
Yeah.
they need a new Captain
Ugh.
America. And instead of just letting him be the Falcon, they had to make him Captain America.
That shit
Now,
is so ass.
it honestly, I think that in the show they try to expand upon it pretty well, and all of that shit just kind of isn't present in the fucking movie. And there's a lot of problems with the
Yeah.
show too.
They tried to make it like this political thing, and I'm just like, bro, I watch movies to like escape all that stuff. I'm not trying to like
Eh.
I don't know. I mean I know like the original Captain America there was like Nazi Germany and everything, or at least some like version of
I
that.
think my problem was that I actually honestly think my problem was that they shied away from the political shit too much. In the show, the Sam Wilson goes on this really well written arc about race, and it just isn't there. And I honestly feel like that if they leaned into it and didn't try to play it as safe as they do, it would have been a more controversial movie, but it would have been a way better movie. And that's always the
Yeah.
case, no matter
Yeah, I
what it
quite
is.
no, for sure. I quite literally think they just did that because what that show came out what maybe 2021, 2022, somewhere around that. And like
Yeah.
a lot of this like political stuff was kind of just really like being broadly talked about.
It came out in
So they probably
2021. It came out in 2021.
yeah. So literally like a year after the whole BLM stuff and all that. So
Yep.
it's like they probably they didn't wanna really do anything crazy, but I don't know. I guess at least to me, I guess because I mean, I'm not gonna say I experienced the similar things, but I know like family and stuff talks about it a lot, and it's just like I don't know. At least for me personally, I'd rather not have
Well,
those
yeah,
conversations.
that
I'm
and
not
it's
saying that they can't be
also
talked about,
no,
but like,
I agree that, and also it's worth mentioning that this is a superhero fucking franchise, and
yeah,
sometimes I don't know, you need to find like unanimous agreement points, and Disney tries to do that, and they aren't always good at it. They're not always good at
yeah,
it.
like if you're gonna talk about it, I'd rather there actually be like a genuinely like knowledgeable and like good perspective
Yeah,
of showing it
exactly,
rather than
exactly.
just the classic, you know.
Either you lean into it or you don't do it at all, but you can't teeter on this edge of like pandering to people.
Yeah,
That's really
that's
the
where
big
I'm just
problem.
that's yeah, that's where it's just very off-putting, and I'm just like, all right, bro, I don't, it's just not even entertaining. So I don't know. Maybe they'll try again later on, or well, who knows? But I don't know. I didn't. I personally just was very off-put by the show. I didn't care for it and all that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the whole.
Although there is one really good thing about that show, and that's John Walker. Um, he's this character, and he's supposed to be the replacement for Captain America before Falcon is.
He was the
And
old guy, right? Was that him?
no,
No.
no,
Okay, I
not the
might
old
be
guy.
thinking of
He
somebody
was a
else.
younger white dude. He had blonde hair. He was a
I think I
football
know what you're
player.
talking about.
But
Uh,
this guy's, I think this was honestly just like I don't know if this was a writing problem or if they wanted us to look at him like this, but he's kind of created to just oppose Sam Wilson and to just kind of be a straw man, right?
yeah, this guy. I remember him. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
this
remember him.
guy's arc is fucking insane. And I honestly feel like I just kind of want a show about him. I just wanted a show about him because he was weirdly well written, and I guess that they didn't want us to sympathize with him or think he was the good guy. And he does do something really fucked up. There's a moment in the show where he basically just pulls a Homelander, but they don't
Yeah,
do anything with it. He was remorseful for it too. He apologizes to the family that the families that he fucked up, and so he's good about it. But he does do it, and he kind of becomes a morally complex character. And they do fuck all with it. They do literally nothing. It goes nowhere. He
yeah.
just becomes a good guy again, and everybody shakes hands and is happy. Um,
uh, yeah.
and Sam
No.
Wilson gives his little speech, and that's it. But he was really genuinely a really cool character. I wish they did
Yeah,
something.
I remember this guy. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, that's what the show was called, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Man, they could have done. They really could have done something with this guy. That was
yeah.
crazy.
Although I hear he's in Thunderbolts, and I heard Thunderbolts was pretty good.
I heard Thunderbolts was good too.
It's not out on Disney Plus yet. I have yet to see it. I also am holding out for the new Fantastic Four movie. I went on
I
a
thought that was already out.
it is already out, but I'm holding out
Oh,
for it to
okay.
come out on streaming because I've seen
Is it good? I heard it was.
I've heard it was really good, and I heard that it was great compared to the other Fantastic Four movies, all three of them, which were all
Yeah.
shit. Um,
Yeah.
Say that again.
I like how Plastic Man was in the Illuminati. That was. It's just like, oh, okay. I guess that happened.
Plastic Man was in the Illuminati.
Yeah, I think it was in a. I
You
think that was
mean
shown in a different movie. But
Mr. Fantastic?
oh yeah, yeah.
Plastic Man was in the
Plastic Man
Illuminati.
is DC. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. That just sounds so funny though. Plastic Man in the Illuminati. Like wow.
I
So
might tweet
fitting.
that. I might tweet that.
Uh, yeah, that's who the controversial thing was. Pedro Pascal, that guy.
Yeah.
And that's what that
I
is.
don't remember why, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I might go and see this because 86% Rotten Tomatoes, 7.3 from IMDb, which is shocking.
IMDb scores are always the same. Scores are always the same.
Mm,
Literally, every single movie I've ever seen, good or bad, has either a 6 or a 7 on IMDb.
unless it's like
And
Logan
if
Paul's
it's
airplane mode, which I think they gave it a 2.
yeah, unless it's if it's not a 6 or a 7, it's either really goddamn good or something is very, very, very wrong, and you need to know what it is immediately.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know why I even decided to look at this. Airplane mode, 2019. 1.9 out of 10. That is crazy.
Oh man, we've actually been going for way longer than I thought we were. We're at 40 minutes now.
Swag.
All
We
right,
should.
so we should probably talk about what the actual episode was about. We got really sidetracked. I
We
appreciate it
probably
though.
should.
So we were gonna talk about Roblox because I had a whole piece on pressure, and
Roblox.
Roblox is in a lot of controversy
A lot. I
recently.
haven't seen anything specific. I just know I've seen a lot of, um, like the basic. I've just seen like video thumbnails and a lot of basic stuff. I know there's something to do with like PDFs and stuff. And I know they just
Yeah, so
recently started talking about like doing online dating and stuff, and or having like a dating
yeah,
portion and
so
stuff, which is just crazy. From a
yeah,
to anybody who knows what like who's very familiar with Roblox.
it's a fucking insane thing. So
Yeah,
basically, Roblox has been fighting, and I say fighting in quotation marks. I'm putting air quotes up. You can't see them, but they're there. Because Roblox has been fighting the pedophile problem on their platform for a really long time, but they're very inefficient about it. They
yeah,
clearly don't really care about it, and they're more interested in erasing the evidence that for the problem than they are actually fixing it.
yeah,
Now, we saw this in people like Ruben Sim, where Ruben Sim's entire gimmick was literally, love him or hate him, whatever you think about him, his entire gimmick was literally just trying to get these accounts off of the platform.
yeah,
And sure, yeah, whatever bias you might think he has towards furries or whatever, or against furries, the point still stands. He really was honestly doing a good thing.
yeah,
And Roblox threatened a lawsuit with him, and Rubenson has a history with the platform, and that went shit for them because he knew what he was talking
yeah.
about.
I
He's
think he
been doing this for a while.
yeah, yeah,
And so now it's happening again. And now, because of Ruben Sim's work and because of the fact that Roblox has just been doing nothing, more and more people are seeing this situation and they are trying to fix it themselves.
yeah,
Now, not everybody can be not everybody can do not everybody can do this. And a lot of people, they hear predator hunters and they think of the shitty vigilante people like Mama Max who just like want to go and like beat them up and not actually really get the
yeah,
proper punishment, legal punishment that that needs to happen. So
yeah.
there was this creator named Schlep,
Mhm.
and he made videos with those like Gideon, and
Yeah,
he was literally just going and catching predators on Roblox, and he got like 6 of them arrested. He got a lot of them arrested. He was good at it
yeah,
because he actually was doing the proper shit. He wasn't just trying to be a vigilante. He was being helpful.
yeah,
He was catching these people and then putting them in the hands of the law.
yeah,
Um, and Roblox, don't bless their heart, decided that Schlep was a online vigilante and that he was breaking the rules of their platform and needed to be banned. And that's exactly what they did. They IP banned him and they threatened him. They threatened him with legal action. They sent him a cease and desist. And everything you've been seeing on YouTube recently is just the byproduct of them doing that because people are pissed.
yeah,
And I reasonably so. You
yeah,
can't
for
just
sure.
do that.
Like, yeah, it's like I don't know. That's where it's just like they're aware of the problem. That's the thing. They're aware of the problem. They're aware of the issue, but instead of actually like working to fix it, they're just like, let's ban the people talking about it because they're quote unquote breaking terms of use or doing something wrong. That's where it's just like, okay, so now we know we know you're, at the very least watching videos, keeping up with what people are
Yep.
saying on social media and stuff. You're obviously
Mm-hmm.
aware of the problem, But when you go and like eliminate the people trying to fix the problem in whatever way they can, that's where it goes from, you know, we don't know or we're fighting to change this to no, you're actively like trying to make sure nobody like actually does something
Yeah,
about it.
you're
So
just hindering the process that was already happening. You know,
exactly to where
if you're not gonna take part in fixing the problem, at least let the users fix it. And what they're doing is they're just getting in the fucking way because they supposedly and then this is the question: is why it can't possibly just be a money thing because doing this is inherently bad publicity. You know, people are pulling out of their stock as we speak,
exactly,
right?
yeah, exactly, and that's where I'm just like, okay, so now what is the reason that this is happening? Because now it goes beyond just like stupidity or whatnot. It feels like they're actively like trying to keep this stuff going in some way.
And
And what's
this
stopping
brings
people from
us,
questioning that? What's stopping people from
yeah,
like
and
thinking
this
people are?
brings us to the next question, which is, are they just pedophiles
Yeah,
themselves? You know,
exactly.
David Baszucki, CEO of Roblox, famously a kids platform. You know, Roblox has been trying to get away from the label of being a kids platform for
Which
a
is
while
stupid.
now.
Which is
I,
honestly
I
stupid.
also agree it's pretty stupid. I think that they kind of just I think that there's a certain limitation here. Roblox as a company wants to be a lot more like Second Life. They basically just want to become Second Life with everything they've been rolling out.
Mhm.
The Roblox users don't want that. They want their kids game. They just want the ability to make more mature games on their kids game. And when I say mature, I mean blood. I mean blood, I mean better writing, I mean pressure is what I
Mhm.
mean by more mature games, right?
Mhm.
Um, what Roblox wants is they want it to become Second Life. And so David Baszucki, kind of not really acknowledging that his platform is mainly kids, encourages dating on the platform. He literally said that there was a fucking article or some shit posted about the fact that David Baszucki, CEO of Roblox, said that he wanted dating on the platform, and that made a lot of people question. Okay, well, you know, if this guy knows there are kids on his platform, is probably just a pedophile himself, you know? And
Yeah,
maybe
because
this is
it's
why
like
they're hiding it is because this is just who they are, and they know it, and they're trying to hide it. And you know, in doing that, they are fucking being very, very loud about it.
yeah. It's like I don't. Anybody who plays Roblox would know something like that is a terrible idea. Um, and on top of that, it's just like this is one of those things where it's just like you spent years upon years upon years accumulating this specific demographic. So like being able to make this shift with this game, it's weird because it's like I don't know. I guess I don't know who would be looking to turn this game specifically into something like Second Life when you could just probably make another version of Second Life yourself. And I know it's not that
Mm-hmm.
simple, but it's just like wanting to turn something like Roblox into something like this is just is super weird. Knowing like all the games and all the things and all like the demographic that Roblox has, it's just like why would you want to turn this game specifically into something like Second Life? And that's where I'm
Yeah.
kind of like it sounds schizo that I'm like questioning like the motives of this person or like the motives of like a lot of the people maybe supporting this, but it's just like I mean, there's plenty of other games that probably exist that are probably
Yep.
like shitty alternatives or probably even like good alternatives. Why
Well,
Roblox,
because
the work at a pizza place, the survive natural disasters, the it's raining tacos game. And sure, you could say it's like the biggest, probably one of the biggest IPs to where it'd probably be very like it's like very popular, so it's probably easy to even like to put the plans into motion. But I feel like doing that or doing said uh, uh, fulfilling that wish in of itself would be very difficult because it's not like there's just a bunch of bots playing. They're like
yeah,
legit real people
and
and stuff.
you know, I think that Roblox. is trying to be more grown up than it actually is. I've always thought this. I've always thought this was something that's happening. It's been happening for years. But with every new update they make to the site, they make it just a little bit more soulless. Like they changed. First, it was the website. They changed the logo to make it white, and they made it dark
Mm,
mode or light mode, and they removed the blue bar, and then they turned Builders Club into Premium, which is genuinely just fucking stupid. Who cares, right? And
dude,
then
yeah.
they just slowly but surely they kind of turned the website into just a more soulless version of itself. And now we've getting real trivial changes like they changed the friends tab to they instead of saying friends they said connections. Like it's like they're trying their hardest to sound soulless and corporate,
Yeah.
and I think that's because they're trying to act way bigger and way more grown up than they are. They want to be like Second Life and they want to be better than it. But Roblox users are always going to see Roblox as the fucking goofy Lego game.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I think that most Roblox users just use the framework of the goofy Lego game to be creative.
Hmm.
And this brings me to pressure.
Hmm.
I think that there is a very, very strong case to be made that Pressure is the best Roblox game that has ever been produced on that platform as of 2025. As of right now, I honestly genuinely believe I have not yet seen a game that did what Pressure has. And Pressure isn't very realistic as far as graphics are concerned. It's
Hmm.
a goofy fucking Lego game. Sebastian is a cartoon character.
Hmm.
It plays into that aesthetic. Um into that mid poly type of aesthetic, you know?
Yeah.
Um and I think it's really disappointing that we just keep seeing Roblox try and shun away from that. And it really sucks. It just really sucks.
Yeah, and that's kind of the issue when it's like a lot of people that kind of don't know, like a lot of these like higher ups and stuff, like when they kind of get into these things, um, or even like the like David Bazooki or whatever. Like, it's hard for me. He might, I don't know, but it's hard for me to like. It's hard for me to think that this guy like genuinely loves Roblox or like genuinely understands like the entire history of Roblox and like all the things it's been through and
Yeah,
stuff because it's like
because well, I mean,
it,
he was. The thing is, when Roblox was being made, I don't know if he was actually technical or a CEO, but he's been CEO of the company for basically its entire existence, if I remember correctly. Back when it was fucking called Dynablocks, he was CEO of it,
blocks.
and so I think that as this happened, as he got older, he got more and more disconnected with it. I think that a
Yeah.
lot of Roblox's staff are just disconnected with what happens on the fucking platform, and that
Yeah.
really needs to not happen. Honestly, like I think I would genuinely rather the YouTubers be moderators, right?
Yeah.
Because you need people who are actually playing the game to moderate the game.
Yeah. I know there's a similar issue, not a similar issue in terms of like what's going on, but like I know there was like a similar thing with like with Pixel Gun where the original creator of that game, Alex Krasnov, um, I couldn't tell you when he got rid of the game, but I believe he sold the game off to this company called Really Soft, and then I think they sold that game off to keep this game company called Cubic Games. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and ever since it's been, I mean, Pixel Gun, I will say first and foremost, like Pixel Gun has never been like a perfect game. There's always been at least a few flaws here and there with the game in of itself. It was never just like this 10 out of 10 masterpiece game. There was always a broken weapon or a broken item or glitches or a hacker problem like that. That's been prominent through Pixel Gun throughout its entire life, or at least ever since the multiplayer update
Mm-hmm.
came out in 2013. But when Cubic Games got a hold of it, it it just got like so much worse. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
there would be these things that they would improve, but every time they would improve something, there would be like two more things that would just become wrong. Like back then, it was really really difficult to earn like gems, which is like their premium currency. The only way you got gems was by leveling up, which at the time there was only 37 levels. So after that, there was no gem earning, or you'd pretty much have to
Mm-hmm.
buy them, or you have to like win them in an event, which those events were heavily rigged as they are now. But
Yeah.
it was super hard to get gems. They fixed that, but then there would also be like a couple other issues, like releasing challenge weapons from battle passes, which are like super hard. Which the challenges are like super hard to do, and should only be exclusive to the people who completed those challenges. They would release those weapons out for everybody to buy for super cheap and stuff like that, or
Mm-hmm.
there'd be these like one big thing that I've talked about in the video I made was like all the weapons that they just neglect because all they do is just make more weapons, and then like now they're at this point to where they have to like constantly update their Discord server telling people of all the weapons they balance, and it's like even then there's like over 1,300 weapons that they made. The amount that they'd have to go through and like fix and stuff, that's gonna take a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
there's still
like
what
turned it. They turned it into this really difficult, really annoying thing.
yeah and
We've been over this extensively before, but it really sucks to see that happen to Roblox because Roblox is what I grew up on.
yeah yeah especially a game like that, like its whole premise was supposed to be a more like wholesome canvas, and then you can kind of paint whatever you want on it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the memorable games on there is like Phantom Forces, work at a pizza place, stuff like that. Like I just seeing it
Yeah,
going in the
games where
direction of
people just were there to fuck around with the framework that it gave them, and it was
yeah,
good.
yeah, and it's like trying to turn it into this like corporate soulless dating game. It's like what is the end goal with this? Like, what do you? I don't know. I don't
What are we trying to do right now?
exactly like what is the what are you trying to get at the end of this? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Um,
Yeah. You
yeah,
can't just you can't strip your identity from the you can't strip this platform's identity away from itself and then hope that it makes you money. It's not gonna work like that.
exactly. Especially when
It's just
the game
not.
is that old. I think Roblox, like what Roblox is
Oh
probably
yeah,
almost 20
Roblox
years
is
old,
really old.
probably over
I
20 years
think
old.
Roblox is older than Minecraft.
Oh yeah, definitely, probably, yeah.
But
So I don't know. So I don't know. Trying to deviate from that is it's like trying to make Minecraft a racing game. It's just like that. That's
yeah,
what do we
it's
know?
like if it's like the Minecraft. You know how Minecraft added the mine coins for fucking Bedrock Edition.
Mine
Um,
coins.
I think that actually goes more hand in hand with the pixel gun analogy because they're just making mods. Like you have to pay for mods now with in-game
You have
currency
to pay
that you
for
bought
mods.
in
Wow.
in Bedrock Edition. You can do whatever you fucking want in Java Edition, and that's
Yeah.
why most of the people who play Minecraft play
who's
Java.
who's who is willingly choosing to play Bedrock over Java right now?
Yeah.
There's like that one notch glazer who's just choosing to play Bedrock.
that one notch glazer, and he doesn't even own the game anymore.
Exactly. Oh, what a sad existence. But
that one notch glazer.
no, but yeah, just hate to see the soul being like ripped out of these things and stuff like that, because the soul was what made it good in the first place. And there's like a difference between
Yeah.
like evolving on that soul and then like just trying to make it something that it's not. I don't know. It's just
Mm-hmm.
because the thing is the better alternative in my opinion is just to make that thing that is in your vision. And it's like the only way you wouldn't be doing that is if it was either impossible to do, which is very unlikely, or you don't actually have any sort of long thought out, genuine view for something. You just want something a certain way and just are
And
using something
there have
that's
been
very easy
multiple
to take.
times by now where people who were making Roblox games just decided to go and actually make a real video game, like um, Unturned, the fuck
Mm-hmm.
ass zombie game.
Mm-hmm.
That's based on a Roblox game. I'm fairly certain that it was the same dev who made Apocalypse Rising. And Apocalypse Rising got so fucked by Roblox and its users that they just straight up turned it into an actual video game. Um,
Yeah. Like,
like
Pressure itself could probably have just been a video game itself and
Yeah,
probably would have
honestly.
done
In fact,
incredibly
I think
well.
that Pressure is so good that I don't even think. I think that Roblox actually struggles to facilitate Pressure. I
Mm-hmm.
think that. Because, like, Pressure rolled out their new update a little bit ago, where they added these two new grand encounters with the firewall and the sewer creature thing.
Mm-hmm.
And those encounters, even after all the patches they've done, even now, both of them are still really buggy. Firewall is laggy and it rubber bands you all over the place when you fuck up, and the sewer creature one, you'll take damage even though you didn't actually hit something, and sometimes you'll just die for no reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So both of those things are very laggy, but if you didn't inspect it, you would think they were working as intended, and I think that's just because the sections are so good and they're so intensive and they're doing so much with the tech that I don't actually even think Roblox can handle it.
Yeah.
Um, it was. I think that game honestly, genuinely, is pushing the limits of what Roblox actually can do, and that's why I think it's one of the best. You can the amount of Roblox games that have fully voiced, fully animated cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
You can count on one hand.
Yeah, yeah. And heck, I'll go ahead and say it. If, for some reason Urban Shade wanted to make just Pressure like a standalone game, I would definitely buy it because
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely,
because
and it would totally
it
work too.
yeah, like I think it would quite literally pop off. Like I think it could leave Roblox. Sure, it might not have the concurrent player base because probably a lot
It
of the
might
people
not have the
playing.
player base. It might not have the amount of customization that you get with Roblox. Each user kind
But
of has their own identity. But
yeah, but like the replayability and like the story in of itself, I think is something that'll like definitely it'll
hmm
definitely do pretty well.
yeah,
Like
especially
but
considering that it's a genre game and it's not really something that you see outside of Roblox because pressure came from doors and doors came from rooms and doors
yeah,
and rooms and doors came from rooms and
yeah, yeah. And,
and
and,
now
and
there's
that's the
faith.
funny thing. That's the funny thing about Roblox, which is also why it really doesn't make sense that you want to turn it into a dating game because it's like I don't play. Partially, I don't. I play Roblox because of the design and stuff like that, but I mainly play Roblox for the games,
Yeah,
right?
and
If there was a different
Roblox is
platform that had a similar vibe that also hosted a bunch of games, if that one was hypothetically better than Roblox, I would play that game.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly. It's like,
I'm
and the
not.
thing is, Roblox is composed of a bunch of subgenre games, right? You have
Yeah,
grow a garden, and then you have grow a garden, but it's this, and grow a garden, but it's this, and then grow a field,
exactly.
and then you have
Yeah,
an obby, and then you have an
yeah.
obby, but
Ice
it's
Spice
this,
Obby, and then
and
it's
then an
like
obby, but it's
Galactical
this.
Obby.
And people just
Yeah.
continue building upon each other and making these shitty variations, and they suck and they're terrible and they're for kids, but that's the framework of Roblox.
Yeah.
Um, and
And
so
like
that's
being
what
being
makes it so
able to
refreshing
explore.
whenever somebody actually does and go make something really intensive and interesting, like Pressure or
Or
um,
the Forgotten
fucking
Memories.
Forgotten
Um,
Memories. Um, that was a good game.
yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I wish I had played with some other players, but I don't know. But yeah, I did like that game. Um, Phantom Forces it wasn't story based, but that was a pretty good
Phantom
game.
Force is a story. It wasn't story based, but it's in the similar category as like Arsenal. Um,
Yeah, yeah. It
but
was
anyway,
Arsenal. No, Arsenal was different. There was this other game that literally had like it was once you played it, the graphics were actually like quite literally different. Like it didn't feel like
Rolling
Roblox at all.
Thunder, Rolling Thunder. That's what that game is.
Probably, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rolling Thunder. Rolling
That was
Thunder
a
is. is the shooter game that is just entirely realistic, but for no fucking
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, and it's just like all
you
of those
you
creative
wanna talk
things.
about pushing the limits of Roblox's tech. There's a game for you.
Yeah, imagine playing Roblox and then genuinely forgetting you're playing Roblox.
Yeah,
Yeah, that game is great. But even just like normal like whatever shitter games like mini games or
cart ride
uh
around used car battery.
yeah, or like survive natural disasters, which is like quite really like just probably the same 4 or 5 disasters you go up against over and over again, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Um,
And then honestly, I really honestly think that a big part of Roblox is the social aspect. And I think that also might be why it's a misunderstanding. But I come from Roblox myths, which are basically just little ARGs that are inside of Roblox. And, they would make a game and then they'd make a bunch of accounts, and then these accounts would be in a group, and there would be a bunch of mysteries in the game and in the group and the accounts, and you'd kind of piece it together. And then the really
mhm.
cool thing was that myths would give you tours. And they would give you special treatment tours if you were a YouTuber, because that's more
Ooh,
publicity, that's more people trying to figure out the secret, right? Um,
yeah,
and you know, it was literally just they would tour you around their game, and then there would be secrets, and you'd have to sort of sneakily find out what they are, or at least screenshot them, right? That shit was really cool. That could
yeah,
only ever happen in a platform framed like Roblox. That shit
yeah,
just isn't really a thing in I don't know. That shit just isn't really a thing when you think of typical internet ARGs.
yeah.
Um, and that the myth community isn't as in its heyday anymore. I haven't been seeing as many myths. Maybe I just haven't really been active about it enough. But I really do. I really liked that. There's a if you go and you watch some of Flamingo's old videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Um,
Yeah.
and then
Which
there's a
also, sorry,
go
yeah.
on.
Oh, I was gonna break off into something similar, but no,
Oh, okay. Well,
let
I
you
was
go.
just going to talk about how there's another community of just a shit ton of role play groups on Roblox, and most of these
Yeah.
people are kids. But there is literally there's an entire YouTube channel that's dedicated to talking about Roblox alternate history and how all of the role play groups, like there's a group that's role playing the French army, and a group that's role playing the fucking British army, and a group that's role playing, fucking there's a whole subset of like Napoleonic fucking role play, and there's a whole subset of Star Wars role play,
Hmm.
and U.S. military and border role play. There's like 40 different subgenres of games that are just about the social aspect. And about
Hmm.
climbing the ranks of the social aspect. And it's stupid, and I can only ever see somebody who's like 14 years old wanting to do that, but it
Literally.
exists. It's the framework of
Yeah.
Roblox. And when you
Yeah.
try to change that into something that it really just doesn't want to be, because, you know, you're fucking role playing being a cool military guy, you're not really gonna want to turn that into Second Life. It
Oh yeah,
just,
literally.
it, I don't know,
and
it
and that's
sucks.
and that's the really interesting thing about Roblox. About Roblox is the content pool is practically limitless.
Oh yeah,
There are YouTubers who talk about so many different things on Roblox. There were YouTubers who played Pokemon Brick Bronze when that was around. There are Roblox YouTubers who probably are just in the fashion or like the customizable thing or the catalog or just
yeah,
simply into that. You can make a limitless content with that. You can make there are Roblox YouTubers who just play like one game and one game only and like make a bag off of just playing one game
yep,
that has that is just has almost pretty much infinite replayability and stuff like that. There are probably Roblox YouTubers who probably had grew successful channels from playing Pressure. Like
yep.
the things the crazy things like all the crazy games and stuff. Just the content pool of Roblox itself is just incredibly massive. That to where it's just like, yes, that is what made Roblox good. Nobody asked for a dating game. Nobody asked for Roblox to be this whole different thing. Roblox is simply as big as it is because of what it is right now, which is just a canvas to host a bunch of other things where
Yep.
people can get involved in. Like, it's all the things that I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's where it's just like I don't know. Roblox in of itself is like whether you like it or not. And I'm not. I've known Roblox. I've played Roblox for on and off. I would say rather. I haven't been like knee deep into Roblox for any specific amount of time. But like, I for for even as much or not as much knowledge on Roblox that I have compared to veterans and stuff, I would very much
Hmm.
say that like a game like that, a game like that is just I don't know. It's so different, and it's obviously like very very special in its own way because there are probably some other games that people can bring up that are like very much like Roblox, but like when it comes down to like what it is and the things it has, it's just like I don't know. To me, I don't know why anybody would want to change that or why anybody would want to differentiate
Yeah.
from that. But I don't know. Roblox in of itself is pretty crazy, and the things you can do on there as well. Like there is just like there is so much to get into. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's so annoying. But,
It is. It is really annoying. But hey, I really hope that um I hope that there's a new development in this situation pretty soon. I don't like watching the people just like throw shit at each other. I really hope that somebody actually does something. I hope that somebody actually puts in like legal action against Roblox because that's happened before, but
yeah,
never in this context. We've never gotten a court case about it. Not at least not one we could see, and I'd like
yeah.
to see that.
There was that one moment where that 12-year-old girl sue Roblox and actually like win millions of dollars, something like that. Um,
Yeah, I think that was a thing, but
yeah, that was very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully people can keep talking about the situation, and like, eventually it can get resolved. But
I challenge everybody watching this podcast not to give Roblox a cent of your money until the situation is resolved.
bro, it's so easy to not give Roblox a cent of its money. Honestly, the content in of itself is the content that people make on Roblox is like so interesting. Honestly, to me, that it's just like
Yeah,
I don't know.
and other
Weirdly enough,
people.
Markiplier played Roblox like 4 years
Markiplier
back.
did play Roblox a really long time ago. I remember what he played. I think he played.
It was like a tower defense
Yeah,
game.
he played. That's exactly what I was thinking of. He was playing the
Yeah,
tower defense game.
yeah,
But anyways, yeah, no, and besides, if you want Robux, you don't really even have to beg or to make people like you don't even have to beg or
that is
to
a weird
pay people.
subculture in Roblox where they
That's
have
that
those
is another.
games where you can
There's
beg
that
people for
again.
money.
There's an entire subgenre of games that's
Yeah,
just people setting up shop, titling the shop. Please give me money. I have no money for Robux. I am broke. My
and
my father died.
yeah,
My mother died. I'm broke. I need Robux, and begging for money. It is literally
yeah.
they fucking
They'll
got
they'll literally
homeless simulator in Roblox.
no, literally there'll be like fake ones where it's just like you can donate fake money and then have like those big celebrations or whatever happen. Like I've played these games before and like people will legit just set up bots and just will like run that
Yep.
bot and that
Yep,
bot will
yep.
be there for hours
I've
on end.
seen some of my friends doing it. Some of my friends just going in there AFKing for a while, has set up an auto clicker so they don't get kicked by the system and they just
Yep,
fucking walk away. They walk
yep.
away. They go actually do something with their lives and when they come
Switch
back,
tabs and yep.
somebody took pity on their plight and they now have like 4,000 Robux. It's fucking insane.
I made like 50 Robux
And that
just
shit
standing
could
there.
only happen in the social aspect of a goofy Lego game.
Yeah. I actually did see somebody I actually saw it once, and it was super crazy. I think I did see somebody actually donate 100,000 Robux to somebody.
Oh my fucking god,
Like
that's
that
like
was genuinely crazy. I think yeah, like the celebration nuke went off.
that's
I was
like
like, what the heck? And I think it
that's
was
a
some
lot of
bot too,
money.
which was so annoying. Yeah, so I'm like, congratulations. This person doesn't even know. It's probably like some 38-year-old basement dweller just made 100k Robux just by setting up a little anime girl to stand there. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, um 100,000 Robux is 1,1250 US dollars.
That's crazy. That is horrendously crazy. What the heck? Who just gives that? Keep it.
1250 bucks.
Why? If you?
1,250
Oh my
bucks.
gosh, that is such a bag just for Robux, bro.
$1,250 for Robux.
How much
There are
money do you
people who
think
have.
YouTubers have spent on Robux in general?
Well, here's the thing: is that they Roblox has premium, which was formerly Builders Club. They have
It's
premium,
Builders Club to me
and
still, and will always be.
yeah, they have Builders Club, and Builders Club gives them like a certain payment of Robux every month. I think that the lowest tier you get like 400 every month, or maybe 100 every month. Let's go with 100. That's the low estimate. Actually, I could just fucking check right now. I don't know why I'm trying to estimate. Roblox.com. Hello, sir. I'm gonna look at your prices.
Kevin made a tank on
Robux.
Roblox.
Buy
Download today.
Robux. Buy Robux.
I've never
Scroll
seen a
down.
commercial like that. That's actually what got me to play Roblox. Was when I saw one of those commercials. I was like, "Whoa,
Roblox
Kevin built a tank.
Premium.
I'm gonna play Roblox
Roblox
now."
Premium.
I remember the first
Roblox
game I played
Premium
was
is $9.99 a month, and you get
so Netflix
1,000
essentially.
Robux every month.
Wow. I think
And so
500 Robux is like what five
and
dollars I think.
if I actually go and I look at the prices, 400 Robux is oh well they're doing a sale right now, so 500 Robux is currently $5, but it's usually 400.
Yeah.
1,000 is $9, 2,000 is 19 or sorry $10, 2,000 is $20, 5,250 is $50, 11,000 is $100, and 24,000 is $200, and that's the highest they go.
So essentially, you're making for the lowest tier, you're making your money back through in Robux, I guess.
Yeah, and then of course there's 9.99, which is 1,000 Robux every month.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's not the worst thing ever. I don't know when it comes to cat. Unless you're like a catalog cat. I don't know. You're constantly buying them things, constantly changing
I
up
also
stuff.
think that Roblox gives like its YouTubers and its creators extra money because there's a I don't know if this is a thing, but there's a star program and there's DevX and there's like all the kinds of stuff. So a developer on Roblox who like makes let's say users on their game purchase like 1,000 Robux worth of transactions every day just playing their game. That's a really sustainable income right there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just need a total of 1,000 Robux being spent on your game. Doesn't even matter if it's one person doing it. And if
Yeah.
that happens every day, that's like, hold on, I'm doing the conversion rate again. That's $12, and that's $12 a day, which is not a good job, but it might be a good side hustle.
Yeah.
That's good to have running, right?
Yeah. Good passive income. No, yeah, that
And
probably is the case. I know. I'm not. I know I've gotten like some emails from like um some like some game studios or whatever where they like ask me to promote their game and stuff, and they like offer me like a max account and stuff like that, which I feel is
mhm,
like counterproductive for what I would want to do, which is to like
yeah,
play the game and see how it is from a new player's perspective. But yeah,
I'm
so
gonna go to
I'm not surprised if they're like supplying YouTubers with like Robux and stuff.
uh huh. Shit, I swear it used to tell me how many people had bought this. Um, I'm looking at pressure right now because I wanted to see how many people have bought the Deep Sea Buddy Game Pass, the most popular one. Because, like, that's gotta be like thousands of people buying
Hmm.
something. And this thing is like 150 Robux, which is literally $1.
Yeah.
Um, so, like, if you accumulated 100,000 people, uh, that's $100,000 right there.
Oh yeah.
Just,
That's I
just,
remember.
just from a single fucking Game Pass,
Yeah.
totaled accumulated, but still,
Yeah.
a
I
hundred thousand
mean,
dollars.
shoot, Scott Cawthon's FNAF 1 is like $3, and there was like a million downloads. So he made like,
Yeah,
bro made a crazy bag off of that one game. And then I think even, and I think like the other ones have at least like 100K. So it's like he definitely made a bag off of those. Um,
yeah.
so two, three
Yep,
dollars
yep,
can go
yep.
a long way. You got a lot of people buying it. I'd buy pressure for like $15 though. I wouldn't even mind.
I would buy pressure for $15, maybe $10. I'd buy pressure for a little bit less than I'd pay for Ultra Kill.
Yeah, Ultra
And
Kill's like
then whenever
25,
they,
wasn't it? 23, 25.
yeah, Ultra Kill's 20, somewhere in the 20s. And when they roll out their next big update, I'd probably pay $20 for it.
Yeah.
$20 game on a free platform for free.
Kind of ironic, but hey, it'd be like that.
Entirely community run, just in case you wanted to buy an extra Game Pass. And I honestly, you know what? I might actually buy a Game Pass from it. I just wish Roblox didn't take like 70% or something. Because they take a lot. They take like a big
They
portion of
do.
that cut too.
And I mean, in some ways, it's understandable. Servers and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
in some
operating
ways it's
costs.
understandable, and in some ways it's understandable if you're like Steam and you're not paying your users through Steam bucks, and Steam takes 30% of your cut. Roblox takes like I think they take 30% of the cut. I don't know. Sometimes DevX transactions are different, but when you have to do DevX in the first place, it's not good.
I could have sworn at one point devs weren't getting paid anything or something like that for their games or whatever. I don't know. I could be
Yeah.
misremembering, but
Well, anyways, we've been at this for an hour and 20 minutes. We usually go for an hour and 30. But I really have to piss right now.
okay. You go do that, and I'm going to explain if we
Okay.
should get the oof sound back
Oh,
because
they actually already did.
we got it back.
Yeah, they did.
I was I feel like we're so back, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of
It's
over.
we're so back, but at what cost?
Exactly. Is it
Anyways, I'm gonna
actually
go
over?
piss. I'm gonna go piss now. You give your manifesto.
Okay. Look, the oof sound, the history of the oof sound is honestly quite interesting. If you watch H Bomber Guy's video on it, he actually goes over the history of the oof sound and where it came from. It actually comes from this weird game with like this 3D sculpted angel baby or whatever. And whenever he like we get hurt or whatever, you get that oof sound, which is like honestly that is not where I would expect that sound to come from. But at the same time, I kind of would. But when I was like 8 or in no, well, yeah, I would say I was 8 when I discovered Roblox. Uh, it just sounded like Roblox made the sound, but they didn't, which is very interesting. And it's funny because the reason why they got removed was because there was this loser who claimed it or was like was threatening legal trouble or whatever, and it turns out it wasn't even his sound either. It belonged to that game with the weird 3D angel baby. And then not only that, because he did that, it turns out that his entire career was absolutely fraudulent. And had he not pursued or threatened Roblox with legal trouble, that entire situation would not have even happened, and his life would not have been ruined. So that's honestly very, very interesting. Um, you
What are
should.
you talking about?
I was just talking about how crazy the oof sound was like came
Oh,
from a
okay.
weird game with a angel baby, and whenever it got hurt, it would make that sound.
Dude,
And then the person who claimed or threatened Roblox with legal action didn't even
I'm not
own
gonna
the sound
lie.
itself. And then it turns
Yeah, I'm not
out,
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think that that might be H Bomber Guy's best video.
no,
Still,
yeah, that one was absolutely crazy.
Tommy
The
Tallarico Studios.
had that guy not pursued or threatened Roblox with legal trouble, his entire career would not have been exposed, and he wouldn't have been
Yep.
exposed as a fraud. It's like that is the
Yep.
most poetically like that's like the most poetic thing that ever happened. You going after something that's not even yours, and then somebody exposing that your entire life was a lie. Like that is that is so funny. It's like
I swear
pirates, like the
there
pirate
was a
software thing, where it's like had you just not done this one thing, your entire situation would be fine.
I swear
But
there's a
okay, mall
comment on
babies.
that video. I think that there's a comment on that video, the Roblox oof video, where it's like, you know, it's something about how this is it's ironic that inarguably the most popular piece of media about Tommy Tallarico is taking the piss out of Tommy Tallarico.
Oh yeah.
Um, even though he talks about how he is in a bunch of different popular shit that he actually didn't really even work on.
Yeah, that's just oh man, it's like ooh. First it was him, then it was Pirate Software. Who is gonna be next to have this poetic downfall? I don't know.
Well, I
It's
am.
very
I
interesting.
hope it's. I don't want to say that I hope it's local script man, but I'd be lying.
Local script man.
Um,
That sounds better
that's
than
a that's
Maldavius.
that's a subject for a completely different video because I have a lot of feelings about that.
Dang, I don't
But
even know who that guy is.
you wouldn't. It's pretty niche. And then you know what? Maybe it'll be Roblox. Maybe Roblox. Maybe Dave Bazooki's the next person who's on the downfall.
What he gets
Um,
he gets exposed as a pedophile. Whoa, shocker.
Whoa! Surprise! Who would
Allegedly,
have
all right.
guessed?
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
I'm,
allegedly.
I'm not trying to get sued by Dave Bazuki. Imagine he's just like he's just like schizo searching for anybody making any sort of criticism about him, and he stumbles upon this video,
Yeah,
watches
and
the
then he
entirety
just
of it, and then comes to this specific part, and he's like, "Oh, really? Let me go ahead and send you a cease and desist."
that's crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to do that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised either. That's some Nintendo shit, though.
Yeah, that is some
Um,
Nintendo stuff.
you used an image of Mario. Your entire family is getting demolished.
Your son's name is Mario. I'm garnishing your wages.
Your son's name is John M. Kennedy. Your your mother's name is Trisha. I don't know.
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised Nintendo didn't sue freaking Donald Trump for having a red hat. Like,
They're like one letter. It says MAGA, right? If they removed the last three letters, they'd be gone. They'd be
no,
gone.
it'd be over. It could still be placed in the same way it is now. They'd still
Yeah,
try to go after him.
it would be like offset because the other letters are supposed to be there. You could literally just paint over the other letters and it would just say M, and it would you
They'd
would
be
get
like,
sued.
"Oh, really? $30 million now." It's like thanks, Nintendo. I don't know. I actively boycott Nintendo. I will never buy any of their stuff. They suck cheeks.
Well, I understand that copyright laws in Japan are different, but like at a certain point, you gotta be coming after those people, right? Like,
Bro,
there's
didn't they
no
garnish?
reason for
No,
that.
didn't they garnish someone's wages and like put him $10 million in their debt because he was modding Nintendo Switches and selling them?
Yeah, they
It's like no
did.
amount of money that dude made would have like impacted your profits to any degree. It didn't impact your profits when the dude was doing it. So it was like before you even caught him. So it's just like I don't know, stuff like that is just very petty to me. To where it's just like you don't have
Yeah.
to be that harsh, but you choose to be anyways. And I'm not saying it's okay to mod switches and stuff like that, but it's like really. That dude has to work. That dude is going to be working for the rest of his life and still not be able to pay off any of that debt because Nintendo wants to be that petty about it. It's like, okay, bro.
Yep.
It's like, bro pokes you in the face and you kick him in the nuts. It's like, all right, thanks. Ooh, you guys are so big and bad. It gets to a point where it's just like if you're gonna be that extreme about it and like completely ruin somebody's life because he was just modding switches and so I don't know. It's just that's stupid.
It's dumb. It
But
is really
yeah,
dumb.
for as big as a company's Nintendo is, that is
Yeah.
like peak pettiness to where it's just like you don't even have to do it. You're just doing it just to do it, and you know you're not gonna make that money back anyways. You
Yeah.
just want to do
And,
it.
and Nintendo's not the only one that's really bad about that, but Nintendo's the only one that I don't care enough about to actually buy anything from.
Yeah,
Um
and if anything, I mean, just hit up eBay. They'll probably have what you want.
yeah, yeah.
So.
No. No, Disney has also done some pretty fucked up shit. Um
Honestly, I couldn't care. And this, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know their full reach on media itself, but I honestly just do not care about Disney stuff like at all. Like I don't.
I will
It's
never forget
whatever.
about the thing is usually I'd agree, and usually I don't even hear about Disney's controversies, but I will never forget the fucking Spider-Man grave situation.
Spider-Man grave.
Yeah, I don't remember all the details, but it was this situation where this kid really liked Spider-Man,
Uh-huh.
and they wanted Spider-Man on their grave, and Disney just fucking said no, and there was a bunch of problems with their mom. I think that the mom got sued um after that. I don't remember the details, so this is all alleged, but it was pretty fucked. It was a pretty stupid ass situation. That was really evocative of the kind of shit Nintendo would do. Um
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's just so stupid. What do you even get out of that situation?
I
The
know,
kid is
right?
dead. You're not gonna make money off of it. Like I'm not trying to make I'm not trying to make fun of the situation, but it's like the kid is dead. You think him having Spider-Man on his tombstone? Oh my gosh, our profits! Like, bro, what? Like, come on, Disney. Like, get I don't know. I hate when I'm not trying to like go internet socialist or anything because it's not like that at all. But it's just like I hate when people just like unconditionally bias themselves with a company that obviously does not give a crap about them. It's like if they're going to go that far, I could be that petty. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see how people could just consciously eat that stuff up or just continue blindly supporting that company unless they are just blindly supporting them and just don't know. But like I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, and
I'm
even people who really like Disney still it really is just like I don't know if I want to call it cognitive dissonance, but it's like a conflict of interest where it's like they like the shit they make, they just are really tired of the stupid crap that comes with it,
well,
that comes with watching it and stuff.
yeah, and that's different. But there are people who like. I was watching a financial audit episode one day, and there's this one lady who her and her husband had like a Disney membership for like 8 years, and they
Mm-hmm.
would constantly be going to Disneyland and stuff. And then like when brought up when told about it, it's like why are you you're in debt and stuff. Why do you have a Disney membership and stuff like that? She was like going on a rant about all this and how she loves Disney and like part of her childhood and stuff like that. And it's like I don't know. I can't expect everybody to know every single ounce of everything they consume, but it's just like something like that. When it comes to at least these top dog companies, it's just like I wish people like were willing to be a bit more informed on this stuff because I don't know if a company's gonna be that petty. If a company's gonna be petty to where they're gonna garnish some no do gooders wages for the rest of their life because they were modding switches, or if they're not even gonna let a dead kid have Spider-Man on their tomb, which is not even an
Yeah.
insult to Spider-Man itself, in which it's quite actually the opposite. That's where I'm just like, what are these people even thinking in the moment? There's not any sort of like actual genuine good reason as to why they would react that way. It's simply because they're just I don't they're just being annoying and are just like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but
Yeah,
it's
no.
just like
I
I,
I, I
I
get it. I get it.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm
Oh,
so sick of like blindly following companies, and I kind of did that with Samsung for a little bit because I really like, for those who don't know, I really like tech and like phones and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of the phones I have are Samsung phones because I genuinely do like Samsung phones. But like over like maybe the past 3 or 4 years, I'd say like uh, 2 or 3, they've just been getting like stale, and they've just been doing things that like are really off putting to consumers in of itself. So that's kind of just made me realize, well, you know, I used to
Yeah.
like this thing, but now they're acting in a way that I don't like, and it's like I don't have to, be like, oh, should I stay loyal to this company? I should just go, no. If a company's not going to act in my best interest, I don't have to support them, and I don't have to give them money. I can still like the things that they did or that they used to do, but I'm just no longer gonna like unconditionally or like blindly follow a company just because I used to like them. And I feel like
Mm.
if a lot more people were more solid on that type of opinion, I don't know. I feel like
Things would be
it's,
a lot easier.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
we are now at an hour and 34 minutes. So that means
ooh,
we have to fight about something.
did you not? Did you not just get what I just did? I said
Did
oof.
you just say oof?
Yeah,
How dare you say oof? I can't believe
maybe
I'm
that
this is
dare you.
what do you
That's the whole
mean? What
point
do you
of this
mean how dare
podcast. Are you
you?
one of those people who are against the oof sound? Are you really like that
I'm
is like
not
one of the core
against
parts
the
of
oof
Roblox?
sound.
It
I'm
sounds
not
like you're
against
against
the
the oof
oof
sound.
sound. I'm not against the oof sound. I just
I
don't
think you are.
appreciate the way you said oof. It
Oh,
sounded
oh.
racist.
I don't like I don't hate black people. They should just go back to Africa. That's what you
You
sound like
are
right now.
black. You are
That's what you
black.
sound like though. That's what you sound like.
You
You
are
sound like that.
black.
You sound like that type of guy.
I don't
I
sound
don't
like
like
that
I
kind
like
of guy.
pizza. I like
You,
pizza. I just
you,
hate
you,
pigs and pepperoni.
you are literally. You're an oof. You know
So
what?
you
I'm
hate
just gonna
so
say it.
you
I'm
hate
just gonna
pizza.
say it.
So you
You're an
hate
oof.
pizza.
You're an
Oh, so
you're an
you hate pizza.
oofa. You're an oofa.
I am an Ufa. What is that? Some Sombolian subculture? What?
You're an oofer. Okay. I'm
I am
pulling out
not.
the hard R.
I'm
You're an
not.
oofer.
Oh yeah, you're an Ufa.
I
That's right.
am.
Take the soft A,
Yeah, yeah,
sucker.
oh yeah. Why don't you say it for real? Why don't you say it for
To say
real?
it for real.
Oofer,
I'm not gonna do
oofer,
that because I
oofer,
am aware of the oof
Buford.
community. I am
The
aware of the
oof
oof community, and I'm not going to offend
community.
them by
You're
saying the
an
hard R.
oofa,
I am not going to
okay?
say the hard R.
Was good, oofa.
You're gonna get you're gonna get canceled by the oof community. Just you wait until r/oof comes after you. It's over.